people have been trying to suss out, what's the probability we get this September pause? Can we get a September pause? And if so, is that a bullish thing for the market? Yes, it is. Now, a lot of people, and the stock market as a whole, heard Will Brainard say, essentially, September rate pause is not the plan right now, and took that as, oh, we were wrong. There isn't really a chance that the September pause is going to happen, and therefore, we have to assume it's September rate hike. And the market initially sold off. Then it rallied tremendously strong. I'm still hearing a lot of commentary around, oh, Brainard was so hawkish. That's not what I took from Brainard. What I took from Brainard is, we're going to be data dependent. And September is a long time away. We're going to have 4 CPI prints. We're going to have 4 job prints. And we can't tell you what's going to happen in September right now. Right now, we know we have to do June and July 50 basis point hikes. That is what's expected. That's what's necessary. We can do that without absolutely any of that because we're simply just following through on what's already known. September, though, is still an open door. If we see inflation come down over those next 4 CPI numbers, if we see job data start to not be so high, we can start to look at September and get closer to September and say, does it make sense to continue on this tremendous hawkish trajectory or not? It all depends. The inflation is still high, and the job market is still incredibly high, there's still incredible competition for labor, et cetera, wages are going up. So it's 50 basis points. If that's not the case, if inflation is rolled over, if jobs are rolled over, then guess what? She was very descriptive on the notion that we could actually see a slight pivot in September if the data adjusts. However, it's too far away to say that's the case. Yeah, I don't know why people are making such a big deal about that, saying she was so hawkish. She was not hawkish. She simply reiterated what everyone else is saying, what we all know, what we're all forecasting. 50 basis points, and then who knows? If inflation rolls over, yeah. At this point, let's not listen to the Fed. The Fed has told us what matters. It's the data. If the data starts to roll over, if things start to cool off, guess what? You should expect the Fed to cool off. If the data remains high and we keep escalating and there is no peak and the rate hikes aren't doing anything, guess what? They're going to have to do 50 basis points in September. Highly unlikely they're going to have to do 75, but if it starts accelerating, they're going to do 75. So the Fed has done its job, at least in terms of communicating. The Fed has communicated, we know what the Fed's going to do. We're starting to see signs of cooling down. Okay, we're starting to see that these things that they're doing are having an effect. We're not experiencing the incredible heat we were. Yes, it's not a recession. We're not in a dire situation. But the economy isn't growing rapidly. It's not, it's not an uncontrolled situation. Things are still hot, but they're starting to, the slope is starting to come down. I think that's a good step in the right direction. We have several more months until September, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's let things come in, let's let the data come in, and then we'll see what the Fed does at the end of the summer. It's a long time away. So, one step at a time, and market's looking okay. Yes, stay strong. Hopefully, we're not this strong tomorrow, but I'm taking the action so far. Yesterday we had a scary day. Today we had a little bit of a scary morning. Futures were all over the place. We want things to be a little bit like that. We've broken through 3,300, 33,000 on the Dow, 12,000 on the NASDAQ. Hopefully those are floors in those indices. We can, move a little higher and then just chop around, go sideways, and let this economic data come in. And if the inflation started to roll over and we get, good evidence of that, it becomes, certain, then we can have another rally because the Fed successfully navigated the soft landing. For now, what I want to see is just sideways action. Let's stop still, get off the mat a little bit. They are off the mat, but a little bit more off the mat maybe in some areas. And then just chop around. Just chop around. Have plenty of bulls, have plenty of bears, nice 50-50 split. Let the economic data roll in. Let the Fed digest that. And if the economic data indicates that, the economy is not as hot as it was, I'm not saying recession, I'm saying just not as hot, and we can get back into that Goldilocks expansion experience when President Trump was president, then the Fed can begin to not go as hawkish, can maybe do 25 basis points in September, or even a pause. Right now, I agree with them. It's way too early to forecast that. It's way too far away. We have no idea what's going to happen in the next 4 weeks. Let's take a wait-and-see approach, but we know what's going to happen. If we get hot CPI, we know exactly what the Fed's going to do. If we get not so hot CPI, we know that the probability of September pause is on the table. Ultimately, I think this whole you have to know with certainty what's going to happen in September thing is not appropriate. And that's exactly what Brainard said. We have no idea. Let's calm down. Let's not try to forecast September pause and say that's going to happen. We take one step at a time. We have to see what the data says. So, take it easy on Brainard. I think she's saying the right thing. And she's not too dovish. She was too dovish a while ago. They find chosen because she was hoping she'd be too dovish. And guess what? She's not. She's dating the pen. So, that's today's video. Until next time.